FM, baby. What's
FM.
fresh?
What's fresh?
Something's been minted.
Something.
Some fresh tracks, that's what.
First tracks this week coming at you live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freshly
Well,
Minted.
probably not live. I mean, we're live.
No, but you know what I mean.
It won't be, you know what I'm saying?
When I say live, I just mean like I'm keeping it live. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Okay,
Not like, you know, the difference between going live and post-producing and, you know, watching it later on. Not that. I'm just talking about like getting live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Turning up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You feel that? Okay.
Yeah, that's lit.
So look, we're just gonna dive straight into it. We got a couple of extra chewy tracks coming at you this week, and the reason we've decided to go with these as our extra chewy tracks is because straight up, they just got the goat on them.
It's really that simple.
it's that simple.
And if you don't know who to, I mean,
Nah, they do.
they do. It's just so hard with hip hop.
Yeah.
There's just because you
Too
have.
many.
I'm just gonna say it. He's my goat.
Yeah.
He's my goat. I'll
You know
say
what I was
that
thinking-
hand
you know
on
what
my
I was
heart.
thinking
Like I can't. In the reason, Eminem is obviously extremely close. The reason I would say Lil Wayne is because he's still relevant. He's still hopping on the hottest songs, dropping the hottest verses. Eminem has to do it in a very particular way these days. You know what I mean? And even still, you're fucking bit over it. A lot of the stuff he does. You know, us being lyricists, we can appreciate the bars, but for the general public, people are pretty like fed up. Like, man, but not to take anything away from him, because like Eminem, you'd have to say is the GOAT when you consider like pop influence, worldwide domination, the rise, the hustle where he came from, the numbers. Yeah, just the way he did it was just like nothing else. Had so many people against him, had such a like the press in the industry and a lot of just haters, like nothing else, because white dude talking about killing your teacher and promoting, like it was just a whole different thing for M. But I look at the fact that one of the hottest artists, Polo G, is just a lot. Yeah. One of the hottest artists at the moment, Polo G, is coming out and getting Wayne on, and Wayne's still killing it, bodying him. How do you argue against that?
Pretty hard to argue.
He came in right at the perfect time. He adopted auto-tune right at the perfect time. And he's just so like, he's been rapping as long as Jay-Z and as Eminem. He's been doing it as long as those dudes. Maybe they were a tiniest bit earlier, but I don't reckon. I would have to look at the years.
I think they started earlier, but in terms of
Length. Yeah, how many years?
Oh no, because they're still active.
But no, I don't know if no. He definitely started early. He's been a star since he's like 14 or 15. He was in the Hot Boys. Then he broke out of that when he was like 17 or 18.
I still think that it might have been the late 90s, but because like the first Carter or one of the Carters was like 2003. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna have to do some research.
Yeah, but anyway,
it definitely been around for a minute. But I tell you what, putting that
for a fucking long time.
When I pressed play on that song this morning,
Polo G, man.
Yeah.
Well, just
yeah. So our extra chewy tracks this week are Polo G with Lil Wayne, Gang, and then Birdman with Roddy Ricch and Lil Wayne, STUNNAMAN.
And the return of Bird.
The turn of the bird.
What do they call him? STUNNAMAN.
Yeah, STUNNAMAN. Yeah. Bird is a word.
I love it how if he's going to do something, he's going to do it like properly.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean? He's a boss.
Yeah.
He gets Roddy Rich, Wayne, calls it STUNNAMAN, just drops a little verse.
In the middle. This little baby verse in the middle.
Yeah, and the song would just,
gets like the new goat and the old goat on either end of him.
Do your thing, boys. Just let me jump in there for a sec.
Yeah, let me, little flavor.
So, respect to him.
But I tell you what, when I put the Polo G joint on this morning, I was just going for a walk and I put it on and I started smiling instantly because I knew that somewhere in this track, I'm going to get to hear some fresh Lil Wayne.
So good.
And I just and Polo G, you know,
just keeps.
I loved what he did.
Yeah, he just keeps going strength to strength.
Yeah. I just love that line where he's talking. I said this in the cardio earlier, but he goes, keep about 200,000 on me.
Yeah.
And then
30 rounds on me.
Yeah, keep probably about 30 rounds on me. And it kind of, the way that he said it almost sounded like he was counting them on the spot.
Man, I'm telling you right now, the best hip hop, there's I mean, the best music probably, but let me just speak for hip hop. There's really meticulous hip hop, like J. Cole, Kendrick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some of that even is still what I'm going to say. And then there's a lot of the best hip hop is just stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
It's thoughts expressed.
Yeah.
It's not trying too hard to really like say a bar. There's a room for that. That's like the, you know what I mean? That's like the add-ons. That's like it's essential to the art.
Yeah.
But man, the best hip hop just sounds when people are just talking their thoughts out.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, and two of the tracks that we're going to talk about a little bit later, to me are that stream of consciousness.
Buzzer beaters.
Yeah, we'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. And then this, I mean, Roddy Ricch was brilliant.
The
Polo
it sounded
G,
like it might be a little bit old, but
yeah,
the melody sounds really like what he was doing a year or two ago. Still sounds dope.
Yeah.
But like hip hop moves, the top echelon of it, like the melodies and the best artists, Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch and like Wayne and all those, like those, it's like moves pretty quickly, and you can, and especially when he had such a big rise, Roddy Ricch, with like the box and that whole album, and so yeah, sounds like it might be a little bit old, but still sounds dope.
Still pretty dope.
Still really dope.
He goes,
and I like those hooks. I like hooks like that are just like, they just don't give a fuck. They're not trying to like it sounds dope, don't get me wrong, but it's not like trying to like simplify it and make it as punchy and, you know what I mean, as possible. It's just sort of like, I'm just rapping and singing and doing my thing, and now I'm still rapping and singing and doing my thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like almost 2 8 bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So pretty dope.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, it's good. That's good. I was just gonna say this. The Roddy Ricch line. He goes, I'm shitting on dudes, diarrhea shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fake dudes.
I'm gonna diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diarrhea
Just bends it so perfectly.
Yeah, bend it. Yeah.
That's why I'm sorry to say it, but you just can't fuck with hip hop.
Yeah.
It's just so flexible. Other the goats of the generations past, like Beatles, for example, those artists are so great because they tap into that same thing where they're just like bending sounds and bending concepts and ideas and just like, you know, Yellow Submarine, like, but it just, they make it work. And in hip hop, some of the times you're like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
And if you hear it out of context, that's the reaction.
Yep.
But when you're a hip hop head, and
you're like,
yeah, like we were saying about the who T.I. saying, bring him out.
Oh, Barrel. When the barrel's in your mouth.
Yeah, it's so dope. And there's such variation in accents in America.
Yeah.
Like with the East and the South and the,
it's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Yeah, like how gangster is that? It's so hard. It's so dope, man. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, just that word bending. The ability to bend words is like something that really sets hip hop apart.
Yeah, and that's probably the thing that like really, it's like one of the skills that Eminem was probably most well known for. His ability to just kind of
any word.
It's almost another language at times. Like his ability to kind of manipulate words. Wayne does it, 100%.
In Gang, it's just those multis where you're just like, what are you saying? It sounds dope, but
bro, the start of his verse in STUNNAMAN, it just comes so hot.
Yeah.
And God. I just love the context between the two, because he has a section in Gang where he's like getting really melodic with it, but then in STUNNAMAN he just comes in so hot with the flow and just
and because he has that cool variation where he can do it in a talking voice like this, or he can go right up there and really like pump it out depending on what's needed.
Yeah.
And it's just that variation's cool. It's not an easy thing.
No, not at all. All right, let's keep it moving. So we've got our fresh five for the week. Our fresh five for the week is A Girl Vision. And when I said earlier about stream of consciousness, for me, this song was that. It felt like A Girl was
some boss shit, that one.
yeah, just kind of like
owning it.
letting everything out and just kind of not trying to like box her sound or the message in, just really trying to
whatever comes,
let it all out. And yeah, you can really hear that. And man, she's got fucking a buttload of talent. And
most definitely.
Yeah, I'm keen for a lot more from A Girl. And then we got Nairi, Closer.
That just, what I love about that is the first note is just her vocal, and she's like, oh, and a boom, then the beat just hits, and it's just this like weird.
Has a lot of tension to it.
Yeah, and it's just like
the way that kind of synth wobbles.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's like feels a lot like something Kanye would do, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or like The Weeknd, you know, like it's almost got that synth wave 80s almost vibe, but in like with a nice modern mix to it. So yeah, really like that.
Then we got Lil Baby and Kirk Franklin, We Win, which is like off the Space Jam album.
Sounded dope to hear Baby on that.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was very different.
Yeah.
And it was cool to hear Baby on something, just that had that real triumphant kind of
a lot more acoustic sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like he's pretty much singing the whole way. Like,
yeah, definitely. He's got surprisingly good, really good. I mean, not surprisingly, the reason he sounds so good is because within a line, it's constant voice control.
Yeah,
he's constantly going up and down, and he keeps the same pockets and hits the same spots, and just he sounds really nice and a really nice tone.
All right, Duke Jamon and Channel Trey, just funky as fuck. Alter Ego, the name of that one, funky as fuck.
I like the intro. They do like a cool little sketch.
Yeah,
and it sounds like it might have been orchestrated, but they've done it. That's just my professional assumption. But if they have done it, they've done it so well. It sounds so organic. It sounds so natural, like the way they're having a conversation.
Yep.
He goes, how'd you get a name Duke Jamon? Is it like something crazy? He's like, everyone needs an alter ego. And then just, because, it feeds the song. The song's called Alter Ego. So it sounds like it could be set up, but it also could have been.
That might have been the conversation
that made the song. Yeah, exactly.
A Boogie with Lil Durk and 24 Hours.
Nice, and A Boogie on his singing shit.
Yeah.
But he still get you slapped or whatever.
Yeah, still get you slapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lil Durk, another one of them names that just kind of everything he's putting out is fucking good at the moment. Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah. What's the one I saw him in the other day?
T Grizzy one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
man. Yeah, that was a good song.
So
the more I listen to T Grizzly, the more I like him, mate.
Yeah, man. He's speaking that real shit. Like it just and back to the stream of conscious sort of rapping. Like he's
that's
just
what it is.
spitting from the heart.
Yeah.
And he has a real. I tell you why he's really great. Well, firstly, he's so smart the way he does the music videos. It brings a song to another level when you're watching these videos, and they're so theatrical.
Yeah, they are.
It's so smart, and
because he's talking about what's.
Yeah, he tells the story. He plays it out. And also, he has like a bit of an Eazy-E vibe about him, or just old school in general, but it's Eazy-E I think of real strongly when I hear him, because that storytelling vibe, like Eazy-E's songs would be like, I woke up, I walked down the street, I shot someone, I stole a car, I smashed some bitch, like...
Yeah, whatever,
he's just doing that. He's just telling like...
It's like
just
Dear Diary almost.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's the pinnacle of... what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's not trying to like make some cool ass, like it is cool in its own way, but they're not really trying to present it in a cool way. It just comes off that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, tune.
All right, let's get to our buzzer beaters for the week. Do you want to hit it off?
Yeah, I'd Filler. My boy, shout out.
Shout out Filler.
One of the homies. With Riot.
Yeah.
Produced by, was it Hamley and...
I think it was produced by Hamley and Hugh Lake. Yeah,
we'll gotta double check on that, but even if it isn't, shout out them because they're both great producers themselves. But either way, dope tune. Cool to see Filler doing his thing. It's clearly what he likes to do. I've seen him come out and say it's his favorite song he's written. I think something along those lines.
Probably my favorite song of his.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It's cool. It's cool because it like taps into what he does best. It taps into like what he's already done, but a little bit more of emotion and like less showboating and more like from the heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sounds cool. It's got emotion in it. And all the melodies in it sound sick.
Yeah, melodies don't stop. And the way that the pre-chorus kind of
builds into the chorus.
Yeah, builds into the chorus, but sets this like really moody kind of vibe. And then it just kind of breaks out into this big like, you know, kind of emotional hook.
Yeah,
like,
it's got a lot of power, a lot of energy, and I realize him like Lil Baby, to be honest, has got really good voice control. He's got a strong voice. He knows how to use his voice, and when I say he knows how to use it, I mean like I can't remember which way it goes, but he comes in. I think he comes in hard, and then like the next 8 bars or whatever, sort of like chills out, and it's just so obvious that he knows what he's doing.
It's in the second verse. I know
yeah, the contrast of like how he uses his voice, because you go from like yeah. Wait, what's he saying? Let me hear. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it's like a drop essentially. You know, it perks. It's a way to just like grab your attention, just shift your like what your expectation.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out.
Yep. And then my buzzer beater for the week is a song called I Think of You by Morgan Wright and Endless. And Morgan Wright, I believe, is a UK-based producer. I'm not 100% sure about this. I'll have to double check. And then Endless is a Melbourne-based poet/rapper. And the reason I like this song so much is because it's just something different. You're not hearing stuff like this all the time, especially not in like a New Music Friday. It was just that stream of consciousness style where like it's a spoken word and he's just, I don't know, he's just talking his shit, saying a lot of things that are on his mind. And I think a lot of, there was a few lines in there that really did perk my interest. And like, yeah, just the way that he kind of
shit that makes you think.
It was.
And that like usually music's making you feel.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool to like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. But I was a really big fan of this song, and I'm probably I am gonna listen to it at least a couple more times.
Definitely.
Before we sign off today, I just want to give a shout out to our boy. Well, I plan to say this at the end.
Right, yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. But I just wanted to give a shout out to our boy.
F to the R to the A to the M to the E.
F to the R to the A to the M-E. Frame Daddy. He dropped his EP Hyperspace today. Shout out, 7 tracks.
We had him in here obviously for OT.
Yeah, we had a
good chat. Got to get to know like his process a bit further. So yeah, massive shout out to Frame for being able to like follow through on such a big effort, which you know, doing an EP is, self-producing an EP, all your own writing.
Yep.
And then, you know, it probably would have been easier if he did do it literally all himself, but he did most of it himself and then got help. So then that correspondence adds a whole nother dynamic into it where you got to bounce back and forth. And yeah, so props to him for executing, because as we know, it's fucking difficult.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. And I think I really liked how succinct he is in his sound on this one. Like there is a really nice...
Definitely a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, it's a really nice balance. Fire, which is the lead single, is probably my favorite song of his.
Yeah.
And there's another song on here called Glide that I absolutely love the shit out of. And one of the lines, I just wanted to read this one because I think this is one of the when he showed me the demo, this line piqued my interest and just after listening to it again, he goes, "Love is the root of all people, and ego's the fruit of all evil." Love is the root of all people.
That is really good.
And ego is the fruit of all evil. Because love is what we all were, or what we all are. It's just our ego kind of gets dropped over the top of it and we forget who we are. But I thought that was a really great line and just really
make you think.
Yeah, really captures kind of where he's at and what he's doing. And I thought, everything sounded good. Harry Fox on a lot of the production. He obviously had Sunday doing some production as well, but you can really hear Harry's production on especially Glide and
shout out Harry.
Yeah, it all sounds fucking great. So shout out Frame, shout out to the boys that he worked with and Dom as well, doing a bunch of work on that. So yeah, well done, Frame Daddy. Anyway, that's it for us on FM. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all next week.
A lot of ball.
Freshly minted, new edition, yeah. LOOTRS locked in, whoa.